folks. Wherever you're following us from, we'd like to say thanks for following. This is LNTV Liberia Live. We're coming to you live. President George Weah, climaxes campaign activities. Move on to Hostown. We are coming to you live from the rehab area.
We are coming to you live from the rehab.
This is the official vehicle of His Excellency, President George Weah. We are now on the Roberts International Highway. This road leads to Central Monrovia. This road leads to the Japan Freeway that was officially finalized and constructed under the regime of President George Weah. And this tour also leads through the Japan Freeway, like I repeat myself, a road constructed under the era of President George Weah. And of course, this tour also drives along the road that leads to the Roberts International Airport, the RIA, also under construction by the government of President George Weah. And so wherever you're following us from, we are bringing you this live coverage of President George Weah and this heading the CDC to climax campaign activities across Liberia. The Liberian leader is seeking for a second term. And of course, the decision to grant him a second term to continue his developmental agenda lies in the hands of the Liberian people, a lot of whom he has tried his possible best to convince over the period of 6 years by carrying out tangible developments, most of which are road construction projects ranging from Nema County to feeder roads in the Montserrat County, to feeder roads in Grand Coulee County, to feeder roads in Maryland, Plebo City precisely, to electricity projects, solar lights in Bama District as far as Grand Cape Man County, solar lights in Maryland County as far as Plebo City, solar lights in several parts of Liberia. Naming these developments, countless number of them, this president who has held the mantle of power for the past 6 years now finalizes his campaign activities, breaking forth before the Liberian people a request to lead them for a second term. And we are driving along the Roberts International Airport, the Roberts Highway. The road has been constructed by the CDC government, headed by President George Weah. Of course, the history of Liberia I remember just few days back, this same very convoy carrying His Excellency President George Weah was headed for the Japan Freeway a day before October 10. President Weah toured this entire road headed for the Japan Freeway. There are unforeseen circumstances, but as we move forward, this time, this is the final day. This is the final day that President George Weah will present to the Liberian people. President George Weah will bring forth to the Liberian people. And he deserves, and he wants a second term to head the mantle of power. You're following us from LNTV Liberia Live. My name is Anthony Williams and I'm bringing you this live coverage from along the Roberts Highway, and it is anticipated to head towards Central Monrovia, driving through the Japan Freeway. Don't We are expected to go through the Japan Freeway.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Today we're not using the Japan Freeway.
All right.
What we're trying to avoid is the president going through the Japan Freeway because today is the final day
Of campaign activities.
Yes. Explaining to the Liberian people
Yes.
about the closure of his campaign.
Okay.
So all of this study, we don't want the president to use the Japan Freeway.
Yes.
Because it will be very late, and we believe that the people want to hear from the president.
Yes.
So we want him directly. It was suggested that the president use the Congo-Town Bell strictly to the party headquarters rather than going around the world.
Yes.
So today, directly, the president is leaving from his residence to Congo-Town, from Congo-Town to the party headquarters.
And so you heard it from the presidential aide, Sekou Damaro, Sekou Carrasco Damaro. President George Weah heads strictly towards the Congo-Town area where the headquarters of the CDC is. According to him, this time around, the Liberian leader will not go around the Japan Freeway area. President Weah will head strictly toward the CDC headquarters. And at that place, he will be telling the Liberian people the significance of voting the CDC-led government for a second term. According to him, there is not much time left as elections are on the 14th of November, and President George Weah will be delivering to the Liberian people.
I also want to emphasize something. You see this route that we are driving on?
Yes.
This place was built during World War II.
Yes.
In the 40s.
Yes.
We have had 20 plus presidents. President Ford just got the president.
All right.
And it took us 6 years. 6 years.
Yes.
To place the president. They couldn't go to the collecting of capital city international airport that we have.
Even when this place was being used by the U.S. government in World War II.
In World War II. They took us, we have to be in the 21st century as the man that was characterized not doing anything for them. But today, we will be witnessing a northern four-lane while it is connecting our nation to the international airport right now.
You're hearing it for yourself. So Sekou Carrasco Damaro is the special aide to President George Weah. History has it that this route that leads to the Robert International Airport is being used by the U.S. government in World War II. And of course, he is right. And so this time around, we headed towards the headquarters of the CDC, the Coalition of Democratic Change, a political establishment, a historic political establishment in the history of Liberia. This is the only political establishment that have had the highest number of political parties joining its ranks to ensure the Liberian presidency. Go and do your research. No political party have had this number of political institutions joining to have a coalition.
Contrary to what the naysayers have been saying,
Yes.
for you to characterize the CDC as being this is also speak to the representation. The CDC had the highest amount of senators and representatives in just in the election show. They also speak to the level of popularity that come with the CDC.
Definitely.
If you say the party is unpopular, people should be running away from the party. But today, people are running to contest on the CDC ticket.
Sure.
Because the CDC is still on from the Liberian people.
Yes.
So, as you can see, like you said, you see tons of parties
Joining the CDC.
joining the CDC
Yes.
in the second round.
Yes. Historically, this is the first time.
It's also speak to the fact that the United Party is now demanded from the people, because as the opposition political party, they should be able to learn the support of the other opposition.
Yes.
But contrary to that, it's not happening. And today, George Weah is going to showcase the reason why he should again be elected as the president of our country.
So you are hearing it from Presidential aide Sekou Carrasco Damaro. I mean, these are facts. These are facts. I've heard from the OSA broadcast team of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Earlier this morning, there was a crucial press conference held by the CDC where the official campaign manager of the CDC, Honorable Lejuji Nangwe, was making very strong statements to folks in the opposition, especially for Nimba County Senator Honorable Prince Johnson, respectfully, for instigating violence in that part of the country. Honorable Lejuji Nangwe was clear, according to him, that the intimidation tactics will not hold the Liberian people. He was clear about it, according to him. So we are currently in the Congo Town area.
And no level of fear tactic will intimidate the Liberian people from voting for George Weah.
Yes.
And that's the kind of mindset the like of Prince Johnson and other people are having.
Yes.
To intimidate and make our people not to vote in this election. But I can assure them that the people will go to the pool on the 14th to elect George Weah because of what he has done for the country. He will be elected. And evidence by what you are witnessing, evidence by what you are witnessing, you see thousands of Liberians in the streets to appreciate and welcome President Weah for everything he's been doing since he was elected as the president of the country.
So we move on. We are headed towards the headquarters of CDC. I remember a few years back, I drove along the same very road. I did not experience the unprecedented development that is along this road. I wish we were driving along this route at night so you would have seen the lights for yourselves. This is the first time, this in the history of Liberia, is the first time that we are seeing the kind of poles we are seeing along the Tottenham Boulevard, the Congo Town area. At night, if these lights are on, we all know what Liberia looks like at night. But it is this government that have installed these street lights. This is the government that have installed these street lights. In ages past, if we had this type of light in the history of Liberia, I am not sure, but I can guarantee you this is the first time that we've had street lights being planted in the streets along the Tottenham Boulevard area. So as we head for the headquarters of the CDC, we've got just one day in between. On Tuesday, Liberians will go to the pool to decide who heads them for the next 6 years. But two potential candidates that are in the race, President George Weah has led this country for the past 6 years. For the past 6 years. Currently, we are at the ministerial complex area. We are currently at the ministerial complex area if you're watching. And this is the ministerial complex area. 540 Junction. Liberians are in their numbers. Every street corner. We head towards the headquarters of the CDC. President Weah is expected to deliver a strong message to the Liberian people, encouraging them to go to the polls peacefully. Of course, I mean, this isn't there. It's obvious that this country has improved for the past 6 years in terms of infrastructure. You're seeing it for yourselves along the Tottenham Boulevard as we drive towards the headquarters of the city.
This is Congo Town.
We are currently in the Congo Town area.
In the Congo Town area, and the president convoy is riding.
The convoy is riding slowly, and this isn't because the convoy wants to slow down. The crowd is increasing gradually. Liberians are along the route. Look. The momentum is building gradually. The momentum is building gradually.
This is going to be crazy, I can assure you.
The momentum is building gradually as we move.
This is going to be crazy, I can assure you.
The momentum is building gradually. The momentum is building gradually. As we move towards the headquarters of the CDC, the momentum is building gradually. This is obviously going to be unprecedented. Liberians are gathering along the road to welcome their leader. We head strictly towards the headquarters of the CDC, where President Weah is expected to deliver a special message to Liberians. Earlier this morning, Honorable Len Eugene Nambwe, the campaign manager of the CDC, was at the headquarters of the CDC.
It's going to be a hell of a long day.
He was at the headquarters of the CDC.
This is going to be a big and hell of a long day.
And if we look beyond, we are currently in the traffic. The traffic has been blocked. Literally, the traffic is blocked. We can't move. The convoy cannot move, folks. The convoy cannot move. The convoy cannot afford to move, folks. We are in the Congo Town area. We are in the Congo Town area. This is the Zone 5 police station. As we move on, the convoy continues. We are currently around the Congo Town area, headed towards the Cali Junction area, fast approaching the headquarters of the Nigeria embassy right here. Fast approaching the Nigeria embassy, sorry. We are fast approaching the Nigeria embassy right here. We are currently situated around the at the Internal Audit Agency right here in Congo Town. Any moment from now, if you all know what part of Montserrat we are, Montserrat County, District number 10, we are headed towards the headquarters of the CDC, where President George Weah is expected to speak to Liberians. They are gathered in their numbers, citizens, Liberians, partisans of the CDC. The Sekou Carrasco Damaro is expected to be in Margibi today around 6 p.m. He's expected to leave any moment from now. This is the official vehicle of His Excellency President George Weah, right ahead of us here. Right ahead of us here. This is the official vehicle of President George Weah. Town area, folks. This is unprecedented, folks. This is unprecedented. And this is unprecedented.
This is beyond imagination.
This is unprecedented.
Wow.
It's been about 10 to 5 minutes since I made the pronouncement that we were in the Congo Town area. We are still here, folks. We are still here.
Inching our way.
Of course, we are inching. Of course, that's the right word. Inching our way towards the headquarters of the CDC. Imagine the difficulties we're going through to get at the headquarters. Liberians are in their numbers, making their ways toward the headquarters. In huge numbers.
Wow.
In huge numbers, making their way towards the headquarters of the CDC.
And you see, young people, old people.
The young people.
I mean, everybody. Young people, old people.
Number is huge. Young people. Towards the headquarters of the CDC. We still find ourselves stuck in the Congo Town area. Earlier today, there have been gatherings across the city, across Monserrado, across Monrovia, across Liberia, in various parts of the country. There have been gatherings as the CDC climaxes campaign activities today. If you were in Maryland, if you were in Grand Cape, if you were in Grand Jida, if you were in Grand Bassa County, these activities are happening across the country. But this time we find ourselves in the capital in Monterrey, Monrovia precisely, here in the Congo Town area. Right before me, my name is Anthony Williams, is the vehicle taking His Excellency President George Weah. The Liberian leader today will speak to Liberians pretty much for the last time. One day, less than 24 hours, to October 14th, on Tuesday, when Liberians will go to the pool to decide who their leader becomes in the next 6 years, possibly beyond. Partisans of the CDC are in their numbers. They gathered out here as we are inching our way, according to my colleague Vani Shake Kamara, as we are inching our way towards the headquarters of the CDC. We bring you live coverage of activities of President George Weah. traffic is blocked. We are literally stuck, but making our way through gradually, inching our way through gradually. Currently at the City Hope Church. The billboard right ahead of us was bearing a gigantic flyer of President George Weah. A few weeks back, if you can remember, before October 10th, this billboard had a very flashy picture of George Weah, President George Weah on it. But as we move on, this campaign activity is actually colorful. There are helicopters. There is a helicopter flying over the convoy as we move towards the headquarters of the CDC. And there is a huge hold-up. It's a huge hold-up around the Congo Town area. If I bring you back, we're still making our way gradually. We are still making our way. Pedestrians are making their way along the side of the road. There are bikes also helping to get Liberians towards the headquarters of the CDC. And if you are listening keenly, not only are you hearing the sound of the siren on the vehicle, you're also hearing the sounds of the helicopter. You're also getting the sound of the helicopter here in the skies above the presidential convoy as it heads towards the headquarters of the CDC. President Weah makes his way towards the CDC headquarters, 1 inch at a time. We are currently at the headquarters of the Liberia People Democratic Party. Still hearing the sound of the helicopter ahead of us. Still getting the sound of the helicopter ahead of us. Now we move on. This is the official vehicle of President George Weah, right ahead of us here. My name is Anthony Williams. Wherever you're following us from, we're bringing you live coverage of the climax of the campaign activities of President George Weah heading the CDC as we await Tuesday for the runoff election, a crucial election that decides who heads Liberia for the next 6 years. We move gradually. Liberians are in their numbers. Liberians are in their numbers here along the Congo Town area as we head towards the headquarters of the CDC. You heard from the special aide to President George Weah. One day before October 10th, President Weah used the Japan Freeway toward the entire part of Montserrat precisely. But this time around, the president is not using the Japan Freeway area. They're using strictly the Tottenham Boulevard, headed towards the capital. We are headed towards the headquarters of the CDC, I'm sorry. We are headed towards the headquarters of the CDC. Dickens Zipper. Headed towards the headquarters of the CDC. You're hearing it from her.
They were a split tire, no evidence. They were done and said.
This is the vehicle of President George Weah. Move towards the headquarters of the CDC. Liberians are alone the convoy as it heads toward the headquarters of the CDC. And of course, that's a professional content creator, Alexander Weah, aka Ush, that your boy Ush. Liberians stirring their numbers here along the Congo Town area. Currently, we are currently at the German embassy along the Cali Junction area. Liberians in their numbers. Liberians in their numbers. The streets are full. President Weah goes to the headquarters of the CDC. We have been told we will obviously not make our way in there easily, but as we move on, we are expected to hear from the president as he delivers his final message to the people of Liberia. As he speaks to the people of Liberia. We have passed the Cali Junction. We have passed the Nigeria embassy. This is the embassy of the Federal Republic of Liberia. We just left that traffic. So we are now headed towards the Cali Junction area. Just one block, and we will be at the headquarters of the CDC. We expect to hear from President George Weah to deliver his final message to the people of Liberia. You never know, it obviously might not be his final message. Might have messages to deliver after. You never know. President George Weah might have messages to deliver right after November 14th. Now we move towards the headquarters of the CDC. We are currently at the Sophie Junction area. This is the junction that leads to the residence of the current vice president, and that's the Sophie community. Locally, that's where the current vice president, Chief Takiwa, this is the headquarters of another political establishment. You see, President George Weah drives towards the headquarters of the CDC. Weah drives towards. Seeing Liberians for yourselves in their numbers. You are seeing Liberians for yourselves in their numbers. You are seeing Liberians for yourselves in their numbers here in the streets. You are seeing Liberians for yourselves. We are just one block from the headquarters of the CDC. One block away from the headquarters, and look at Liberians in their numbers, folks. See Liberians in their numbers, folks. This is unprecedented. See Liberians in their numbers. See Liberians in their numbers, folks. Waiting to welcome His Excellency President George Weah. This is a see Liberians in their numbers. Seeing it for yourself, the convoy will not be given the opportunity. Easily to go through this crowd. This number is huge. Liberians are in their numbers. This number is huge. See for yourselves, folks. See for yourselves. See for yourselves, Liberians. See for yourselves. See for yourselves. This number is unprecedented. And of course, that is the campaign headquarters of the CDC. That is the campaign headquarters of the CDC. That is the campaign headquarters of the CDC. see for yourselves. We are at this is the residence of the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Chief Dr. Joah Howard Taylor. See President George Weah. Now here are the headquarters of the CDC. We now move towards the headquarters of the CDC. We are currently at the head of the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. The LFCC is right here. Currently here in Congo Town, right at the headquarters of Lone Star Cell MTN. Directly opposite whom we have the headquarters of the CDC. And now see Liberians for yourselves, folks. See Liberians in their numbers. See Liberians in their numbers. Unprecedented gathering of Liberians. The number is huge. You can't doubt it easily. Unprecedented, folks. Unprecedented. unprecedented, people. This is unprecedented. This is unprecedented. This is obviously unbelievable. Liberians in this number welcoming President George Weah. What problem? Sorry.
George Weah.